The Ministry of Home Affairs has issued a nationwide advisory to several states to conduct civil defense mock drills on the 7th of May, aimed at preparing for emergency situations, especially those involving hostile attacks. The measures include operationalizing air raid warning sirens in vulnerable zones, crash blackouts in designated areas, training for civilians and students on how to respond during a hostile attack, camouflaging key installations and plans, and updating and rehearsing evacuation plans for high-risk regions. Now, these mock drills are aimed at testing both response time and coordination between security agencies, local authorities, and the general public in the event of an actual emergency. Government sources say the drills are part of a broader effort to enhance national preparedness in light of evolving global threats. Now, in fact, the Ministry of Home Affairs there has issued a nationwide advisory for comprehensive civil defense mock drills to be conducted on the 7th of May. Viewers, the significant undertaking follows recent security concerns and also aims to bolster the nation's preparedness for various emergency situations, particularly those involving hostile attacks. The drills there represent a proactive measure to enhance India's internal security and crisis readiness. The exercises there will encompass a range of crucial activities. Air raid warning sirens will be activated in vulnerable zones, simulating a real-world emergency scenario. Blackout measures will be enforced in designated areas to test the population's response to the disruption of essential services. Civilians and students there will participate in training sessions focused on effective responses during hostile attacks, emphasizing crucial self-preservation techniques. And their, in fact, vital installations and plants will also undergo camouflaging exercises to enhance their protection. A critical component of the drills there will be rehearsal of evacuation plans for high-risk regions, and this, in fact, will involve meticulously testing and refining evacuation procedures to, in fact, ensure efficient and safe movement of populations in case of an emergency. The drills there will comprehensively assess response times, communication effectiveness, and the overall coordination between security agencies, local authorities, and the general public. And this coordinated approach there is essential, is crucial for swift and effective responses in case of, in fact, to any unforeseen circumstances. The data here collected will provide valuable insights to inform future security strategies and resource allocation. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Deepak Badana, who joins me from the NDRF headquarters with more details on the same. Deepak, a very good morning to you. Do take us through the latest. What exactly is happening at the NDRF headquarters?
Good morning, Neha. So we are at the NDRF headquarters for India. We've spoken to a few people here about what the drills are going to be and the exact scenarios that are going to be tested. So we must understand that all of these things are happening in the post-Pahalgam scenario. Now, when we look at hostilities between, say, India and its adversarial nations, we must see that a lot of these areas are actually, they contain high concentrations of population. Now, in the last 30-40 years, India has largely been peaceful. So the Indian population does not, or the idea is that they are less than prepared mentally and psychologically for such scenarios. These mock drills will ensure that the people understand what to do in such a scenario. For instance, there is talk about air raid sirens, there's talk about evacuation, there's talk about blackouts. Now, all of these three things happen when an adversarial nation, attacks via its air force or conducts air raids. These were common practices that were done in, say, World War II, in the World War II era in cities across the world. So this is going to be a test of the systems, the emergency response systems, and the data that comes out of it will be fed into a loop that ensures that these systems, the plans, the different ideas that are going to be put in place on that fateful day, it is updated. There'll be a lot of feedback that goes into it. People will be monitoring the speed of the evacuation, the efficiency of the blackout. So all of these things will be done. This is, of course, however, we must maintain that there is no cause for alarm. These are drills that should be happening routinely in most cities in India anyway. So today we are at the NDRF headquarters. We'll be speaking to the NDRF director and hearing from them later in the day about what exactly NDRF will be doing as part of this process tomorrow. As you've already noted, 7 states and union territories will be conducting these drills, and they will cater to almost every possibility, from an adversarial attack to a natural disaster or even a man-made disaster. Over to you, Neha.
Stay with us. In fact, let me also quickly go across to Navin Kumar Batnagar, former DIG, NDRF. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Sir, the MHA has ordered nationwide civil defense mock drills. For the benefit of our viewers, could you explain what exactly these drills will entail?
Actually, after 1971, nobody taken care about it because the items required for the emergency drill were not tested. So it's the best time to test the sirens and our efficiency also. So this time, I'm sure that we are ready more than the previous one. So for that purpose, we want to exercise to check our systems, whatever we are using or will be used. So and to evacuate drill, as well as to educate the people, students, as well as our forces also. Even our police forces are not ready. So in this drill, we will check the siren, because most of the area, the sirens will not be working properly, as I know personally. So this way, we will be able to find out the update of this siren, because siren is the main thing to control all these things, and to educate the people to be ready for that. And also the required things, as the war will go. If the war will go, then what will require to do or not do, and the emergency medicines are required to be taken, or the ration, and the blackout. In the case of blackout, then we should ready for the standby light, means the candle, and the emergency lights, or the mobile charging. All these things are required to be kept ready. And emergency medicines, everybody is required to take with them to help these things. Also to use the shelters, as well as to make the Z type of this trenches in the nearby places where it is possible. So these are the things are required for everybody, every public, and to educate about it. So for that purpose, our NDRF and the police, as well as the state disaster response force, all are trained about it, and they are ready for that. And Government of India issued the instruction for to all the chief secretaries, as well as the police forces also, to get the drill ready, and to educate the people, and whatever the things are required for this purpose, they were told to provide all these things. So for this, as shelter and all this, because nobody knows in the war, nobody knows that what type of this wall will take the things for that purpose. It may be converted into nuclear, but I am not so sure. And I'll not. I'll pray from the God that nuclear war should not go. But in the war, everything can be possible. So we are ready for that. And if we are ready, we have all the equipments, we have done the drill. So I'm sure that nothing will happen. We will be safe as our previous experience. And but for that purpose, we all are required to be well trained and in time advanced information. We have the advanced information systems also. We have already done in previous time also. Here also we can, Government of India or our state government, they can immediately inform the people through our wireless system, through our mobile system, and all these things, alert system. These things everybody can be noticed about it or can be educate about it. Yeah,
Right,
please.
Mr. Bhatnagar, let me also ask you this. How crucial are such drills in preparing the country for a real-time war scenario?
Because it will give a good boost and to the morale of the people. Everybody will be ready well in time. Because if immediately without preparation some alarm will come, so people not be ready and they will not listen. They will not be ready for that, and the losses will be there. Heavy loss will be there. But if we are ready and we have done all the preparations, as we have given the education. Now, we have the agencies with us. Now, we have the state government, disaster response force, as well as all the districts. We have the home guards, we have the PAC, we have the reserve forces, we have the home guards, as well as this civil defense people also. Which through them we can educate and we can take care about it to the people also. So need not to worry. I'm sure that we are ready, but exercise is required. But information, as your channel is doing, and other channels are also giving the information to all the people of India. So we should ready, and if we are ready, so we are prepared. So human loss will be minimal. So, but we should not be in the panic. We should take all the preventive measures, and as per the guideline of the district authorities and the civil defense people also. Yeah.
Right. The message to take away from Mr. Bhatnagar here is that we should be ready for any sort of circumstances. We should be patient and we should be well prepared. Deepak, I'll come to you quickly for those, in fact, who have just joined us. My colleague Deepak is reporting from NDRF headquarters. Deepak, what are the key activities planned as part of the nationwide civil defense mock drills?
So there are a few commonalities. Of course, they will differ from place to place with regards to, say, geography, with regards to the condition or threat. But in general, a lot of the things that will happen tomorrow will be common. One of the first things to understand is that evacuation of buildings, schools, hospitals, colleges, government institutions. What we want is that should an enemy aircraft come into, say, a particular town or city, it will obviously go in for the larger landmarks, say state secretariats, schools and so on. So we want everyone who's inside those buildings to evacuate them and to go to a place of safety. So, but this will only happen once the air raid sirens go up. So, as the former DIG just stated, the air raid sirens will really tick off the whole exercise. Once the air raid sirens go, everybody will be expected to understand what they're meant to do. These drills are therefore kind of instructional for the populace at large, so that on the fateful day, everybody knows what they need to do, where they need to go, and what are the steps that they must ensure. For instance, when we talk about blackouts at night, that is again to ensure that enemy aircraft do not spy a particular target. Your light could give away your location and therefore make you a target. So this is one of the other measures that are going to be done. Of course, there are other eventualities that may not be tested on this day. For instance, these drills also prepare one for, say, a chemical disaster or a nuclear disaster. These cases will have their own procedures. They will have additional precautionary steps. Another thing that the DIG mentioned was the stockpiling of essentials. So, for instance, medicines, ration, charging of batteries. One must understand that in these unforeseen circumstances, now war is certainly a possibility that everybody is looking at, but whether or not it happens, we must say that in these circumstances when everyday essentials and conveniences will have to be discarded, the people must be ready to endure what they must.
Right. Deepak, continue to stay with us. On that note, Mr. Batnagar, I'd like to understand from you, the air raid sirens and blackouts can really sort of shake people up. Now, how do authorities really make sure that these drills do not cause unnecessary panic?
No, it will not be, because well in time we are informing the people. They should not worry, but they should ready and they should take care and follow the instructions as given by the state government or the authorities. So people take care about it, and whatever things are required to be done, they should done. Especially in the night time, lights they should avoid the light. Because in the night time, aircraft don't have the vision, clear vision, but through light or the this thing of some lighting arrangement and the colonies and all this thing, they can drop the missiles or the bombs. So to give them a big boost, we should avoid lighting systems in the night. Especially the light should not go out. This glasses should be black, and they should have some black carbon over the glasses, and they should minimal light they should use, so which is required. Otherwise they should avoid the lighting, because in the aircraft within no time any of the aircraft can come from the enemy side, and it can harm the maximum area, because nowadays heavy shells have everybody is having this heavy losses, heavy damaged shells, and the missiles and the bombs they have. So naturally, enemy wants to give the maximum loss to the enemy country, as in the previous in 71 war also it was done. But due to our preparedness, and as well as we have the latest safety devices with the government of India and the borders, as S-400 we got it from Russia, very effective. So in the way we can destroy the missiles, as well as this enemy's aeroplane, as well as the other damaging objects of the enemy. So need not to worry. We are prepared. Our Indian Air Force, our ground forces, as well as our naval forces, we all are ready in all these situations. We have all the things with us for the safety measures also, but it's our duty of the people to be ready from themselves, and they should take all the preventive measures, as well as they should follow the instructions given the government of India, as well as the state government, as well as the civil authorities. They should follow for themselves, and so that they
Right.
should not feel any problem. Yeah.
Right.